It is 3:30. It is time for the Coffee Talk afternoon update. Manifoli over here working hard or hardly working on the forecast. I know, bada bing. He's working on the forecast. I did my little contribution to it. He's ripping it apart. Never. We're just having a good time back here. We were actually just teasing about our strengths and weaknesses. It was like we were interviewing each other. Anyway, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day. It is a cloudy day in downtown Orlando. Take a look. Kind of an interesting, oh, forgot to remove that, didn't I? Kind of an interesting little scenario there across the metro where we've got a whole lot of cloud cover, whereas our beachside communities are looking much, much nicer. Let me take you over to Melbourne. Look at how beautiful that is with mainly clear skies over top of us. It's gorgeous. Let me take you to New Smyrna Beach. Yeah, you can see the clouds there, but we're also looking inland. And isn't that kind of interesting how you can see the clouds looking inland? Look at that sun angle getting lower. It is beautiful. Nancy, why so cloudy? Because sometimes it's just the way it goes. I know that's kind of a silly response. So here's what's happening. You've got this storm system just north of us, right? But with high pressure building in, it's not allowing that storm system to arrive. So these clouds are kind of blowing off ahead, but they're not bringing any changes. So you can very clearly see those clouds over top. How'd I do, Tony? Was that all right? It was acceptable? Yeah, so you've got those clouds entering in. But the good news here is, as we check out our first warning live Doppler radar, it's scanning quiet, which means either it's turned off and I didn't realize it, or it's actually nice and quiet outside. So we'll go with the nice quiet outside thing. Here's a look at the visible satellite imagery. And at 3:32 in the afternoon, it's showing the cloud cover, at least across the interior, if it ever loads. It's all right, computer, I'll wait. There you go. You can see the clouds there. So beachside spots looking great, inland spots cloudy, but that's okay. It's not a big mess of things, right? Here's a look at temperatures across the area, sitting at 75 degrees in Orlando now, 76 in Claremont, 75 degrees in Wildwood, 74 over in Titusville. Looking at the forecast the next couple of hours, little by little we'll watch these temperatures drop off into the lower 70s, upper 60s, mid 60s. It really does look like a nice forecast for us this evening. So where do we end up, right? That's the question everybody wants to know. Down to 62 degrees in the city, 58 in Ocala. It looks beautiful for tomorrow. Gorgeous sunshine. It's going to be a little warmer though, say 82 in Orlando, about 80 degrees in Leesburg, 79 in the Villages, 78 degrees for us in Ocala. Yeah, it looks very, very nice. Interesting little thing, a little doohickey out in the tropics. Shall we chat about it? First off, I'll show it to you. This is Invest 99, and it's nowhere near us here in Central Florida. You can see kind of top left corner, that's Bermuda. That blob over there on the right, that's Invest 99. Doesn't look terribly well put together, but it's something. And because of that, the Hurricane Center did issue an update, a special tropical weather outlook mentioning this, saying there's something to watch, even though it's not hurricane season, we're watching it. They said medium 40% likelihood that it gets going before moving into cooler water. Medium chance, okay? I would say that it doesn't look that organized, and even if it develops, okay, so we add a name to the list. We put another ring around, but that's it. It will do nothing more. It's not going to turn around and get us in Central Florida, nothing like that. But it's going to deepen either way into a nasty oceanic storm, but it's not going to bother us at all. So definitely something interesting to look at. Just a reminder, we had a very average season. Of course, Central Florida got hit twice, but we had an average season. 14 named storms, this would just make it 15. 8 hurricanes is not going to become a hurricane, and 2 major hurricanes formed this year. So there you go. That's that. Meanwhile, we're kind of sitting in a really lovely scenario. Here's our weather picture. Persistent area of high pressure over the deep south, just kind of blocking everything from moving in. So we continue this mild, dry, lovely forecast. Laura's asking, when's the last time that we had a storm form this late in the year? That's a good question. I have an answer for you. 2013, as a matter of fact, was the last time a storm formed in the month of December. The very first time and records go back, we've got 170 years worth of records in the tropics. In 1887, there were 2 tropical systems in the month of December. Now, We didn't have satellite. We didn't have radar. So somebody on a ship said it was nasty. Could it have just been a nor'easter? You know, I don't know that answer. But it's on record as having 2 named storms that year. And we average about 1 every 15 or so years. That's about the average. So kind of an interesting little statistic. But they do happen. And as a matter of fact, Manifoli and I were just chatting about the last January storm, and it was what did we find?
2016.
2016. It was a hurricane in 2016. Yeah. It was 3.25 if we want to be feisty. Yeah. 2016, 3.25 days we had a tropical system, and it ended up being a hurricane as well. So
weird track too.
It was like Bahamas and then up and out. So very interesting. I'll work on a graphic. Don't you worry. Rosebud, I just got here. Is there a rocket launch today? Not today. There is one scheduled for tomorrow, though. This is the OneWeb rocket, Falcon 9, 5:32 p.m. Clouds would be about the only concern there. Not a big deal. 90% chance of good weather for this. Our plan is to take the weather lab out to cover this. Good weather, but interestingly enough, this mission is set to return the first stage booster to landing zone 1, which is formerly Space Launch Complex 13 or 14 over at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. So that would mean those sonic booms. And then around 3 a.m. Wednesday morning, there's another rocket launch, technically 2:59, heading into lunar trajectory, and this one also would have first stage returning to landing zone 1, which means sonic booms at about 3:07 a.m. It's gonna be a lot of people waking up and complaining. Such is life. So just know that, depending on weather, wind, all these other things, just keep that in mind. About 8 minutes after these 2 launches, we would definitely be looking at that. Frank says, not a cloud in the sky over in St. Pete. I have a camera there. Let's look. See if we can make a liar out of my brother. And it's down. Why is it down? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's pretty nice actually. It's never down. The computer was just sitting and spinning. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's St. Pete Beach there. All right. All right, trade winds, you're looking good. All right, so 7-day forecast. Joanne says lots of booms and phone calls to the police department. That's correct. John's asking, why is Ocala cooler than Orlando? Is it because it's further north? Yeah, that usually plays out. So here you go, upper 70s, lower 80s, partly cloudy skies, gorgeous weather these next couple of days. I did make a bit of an adjustment to the forecast. We'll see if Manolfi completely guts my forecast or not. He says I'm in good shape. I just don't know what that means. Snarky fella.
Why do you hate me so much?
I don't hate you. It's my love language. Ask anybody I love. I tease because I love. All right, any questions, comments, concerns? Nancy says, get rid of that yellow X in the tropics, please. I know. Believe me, I know. But and it's orange, by the way, Nancy. If we want to get feisty, it's orange. Medium chance. Hurricane Center says next update on this will come either 9 p.m. tonight or before. So when it happens, we'll bring it to you. Either way, though, we've got a lovely week of weather. All right? All right. So coming up at 4 o'clock, we're going to be talking about the tropics. How rare is this? We kind of alluded to it here, but like look at the month-by-month graph because it's interesting to see the comparison to early season versus December. December may not be as rare as you think when you look at it graphically. So we'll look at that. Plus, there is, beyond the 7-day forecast, a cold front. What? What does that mean for you and I? Aha, I can't give it all to you on Coffee Talk Afternoon Update. Got to make you watch. And you're going to do just that, right? 4 p.m., I'm in for Cam. I'll see you then. And then Tony Manifoli, I don't even know, what are you doing at 5? Bada bing.
Well, we're down to one point along the St. John's that's still...
Oh, good. Yeah.
So we'll talk a little bit about that. And
Talk river flooding.
Yeah, a little bit of flooding and then hit the tropics again.
Love it.
Different.
Well, he's going to have a different angle, which means I'm going to be making other graphics. Cool. All right, I'll see you guys later. Be the sunshine in someone else's day.